13 on Your Side Weather Deck is sponsored by Montel Construction, your home team.
Okay, so we're switching from two different seasons from last week to now. It feels really beautiful outside.
It does. I think that's just typical Michigan fall, right? We
False
jump
fall.
back and, yeah, false fall. There we go.
Yeah, it was definitely false fall over the past couple of weeks, guys. But I think it's false summer now because we will have another warm-up in sight. We'll be back into the 70s tomorrow after being only in the 60s this weekend and also today. That's why your 13 weather ball is red. We do have warmer temperatures ahead. We'll be well into the 70s heading into our Tuesday after hitting a high of 68 degrees today. This view brought to you by West Shore Home. Lows this morning, though, a totally different story. It honestly felt like winter this morning, where lows were well into the 30s. 34 was the number off to the north in Big Rapids, so you saw a little bit of frost. The 39-degree low we saw here in Grand Rapids is well below average, and the first time we were in the 30s since the first couple of days of June. So very impressive cold to start our Monday. Thankfully, we do have a warming trend in sight. We'll be back into the 70s tomorrow, and we'll stay in the 70s, if not the 80s, for the rest of the week, along with some dry and sunny weather. Unfortunately, though, the next chance of rain will be timed right with the weekend, especially later on the day on Saturday. Wind speeds right now, thankfully, a lot calmer than it was on Friday. Friday, we saw waves approaching 14 feet along the lakeshore. They are now much lower, around 3 to 5 feet along the lakeshore, but thankfully the wind's also much lower, generally sustained around 5 to 10 miles further inland. A little bit gustier though toward Ludington. They're seeing wind gusts right now of 18 miles per hour. Winds will come down though this evening. Temperature wise though, well below average for this time of year. Usually we're well into the 70s, but right now we're well into the 60s. 68 is a number here in Grand Rapids, 66 in Muskegon, 68 in Kalamazoo, and slightly cooler off to the northwest. Ludington, you're in the mid 60s. Temperatures overnight, at least here in Grand Rapids, cooling down into the mid 40s, so thankfully a little bit warmer than it was last night. No 30s are expected overnight tonight. We'll be slightly cooler though off to the north, and then warming quickly into the mid 70s throughout our Tuesday afternoon. The reason why we will be warmer tomorrow is because of this cold warm front moving into the UP right now. That will bring in a southerly flow to our area, which means with the south wind we start to warm up. We'll be back into the 70s tomorrow and then likely the 80s later this week. Right now, high pressure is also in control of our weather, meaning we're seeing lots of sunshine, especially just south of I-96, holding on to a few clouds though up toward Big Rapids. Hour by hour shows will stay mostly clear overnight tonight. A few high clouds will move in by daybreak tomorrow, but we're not expecting anything other than a few passing clouds for our Tuesday. Notice though, the wind is still coming out of the south on Tuesday afternoon, although pretty light, so that will drag in some warmer temperatures as well. Over the next 3 days, gorgeous weather is expected. Lots of sunshine and warming temperatures. We'll be in the mid 70s to start our Tuesday and then back into the upper 70s come Wednesday, and then lots of sunshine heading into Thursday, and we'll be even warmer on Thursday, where highs likely feeling a little bit more summer-like into the low 80s. Rain chances, though, over the next several days will be on the low side. We're not expecting much in the way of rainfall or hardly even clouds through at least Friday. Unfortunately, though, right in time for the weekend, that does stand our best chance of seeing some rain showers, especially later on the day on Saturday. Tracking out that system hour by hour shows we'll be dry through the middle of this week. Even into Thursday, lots of sunshine will take hold. With an easterly wind, even the lakeshore will be pretty nice and warm with generally temperatures in the lower 80s. Heading into Friday, we'll stay dry, though. And then here's Saturday. This is the next system moving down along a cold front from the north, bringing showers and possibly even thunderstorms to end our Saturday, heading into Saturday night and even on Sunday morning. Then that front likely shifts down to the south on Sunday afternoon. So I think by the time we end the weekend, drier conditions will move in. One thing is for sure though, we'll have a nice warm up heading into Thursday and Friday. We'll be feeling a little bit more summer-like across the area, which is technically above average for this time of year in the lower 80s. And then throughout the rest of the weekend, heading into next week, highs will be much more seasonable for this time of year, generally well into the 70s. Tonight, though, another chilly night is expected along the lakeshore. Temperatures mostly in the upper 40s, so definitely warmer than last night, but still pretty chilly for this time of year. Off to the north, likely falling down into the low 40s, but thankfully no threat of frost tonight. In Grand Rapids to the south, mostly clear skies, a light south wind, and temperatures in the mid 40s. 13 on your side, 7-day forecast. Shows the next 4 days at least will be on the dry side, also seeing plenty of sunshine. It will be nice and warm heading into Thursday and Friday. One thing we won't see really is humidity either, so it'll be very comfortable through the rest of the work week. And then, unfortunately, guys, the timing of rain is this weekend, but I don't think, at least as of now, it will be a complete washout, so don't cancel any weekend plans just yet.
At least we're not dealing with humidity.
Yeah,
for sure.
you know, there's always a sunny side to that, but at least we got some sunny days ahead too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be pretty pleasant over the next 4 days.
All right, thanks, Colton.